Welcome everyone back to the Gateway Wars. Let's see. Test, test. Can everyone hear me out there? I hope you can. I'm your host, Harvey Barrel, here, storyteller for the homebrew game of D&D 5e of the Gateway Wars. And as always, we have our wonderful crew of friends. I'll start from this side and go with, we've got Art Aaron Turnbuckle over here. Yeah.
Got me right over here. A little pugilist elf boy, half elf boy, and we'll see what's going to happen. Things went down last time. You probably couldn't tell, but it did.
He went down a lot.
And
then we have
not the good way. Okay.
I mean, we're not a children's child, but moving on. Okay. And we have Styx, Thalgris Eventide.
And I got wings.
Red Bull. I mean, we're not sponsored by them or anything, but it gives you wings. And so does the whispered gifts of your mistress, Shar, the goddess of mysteries and secrets and darkness and... About right? And then we have Marlo playing Ariana the Bard.
Yes, I'm here, and I'm ready to be upset with everybody.
And we've got our Spirit of Knowledge finally back from a poor excursion into real life. Has finally come back through the trenches and has joined us in our fanciful game. Welcome back.
Yes, I'm back and better than ever, maybe. We'll find out.
Did you say baby or maybe?
Baby, yeah, I don't know. It's up for discussion.
And then we have a mystery guest. All right, so before we get back to what happened last time, we are brought here together not only as a great gaming group by FeatherFall Tabletop Gaming and our wonderful other hosts from the other games, Two Socks and Billy Zed, but we're also brought here by Skull Splitter Dice. If you want a set of killer dice that can club you over the head with, made from nice shiny metal, you can get some Skull Splitter Dice at skullsplitterdice.com. And Found Familiar Coffee, our gamer coffee of choice for those early morning games. Early morning games. I'm glad that there's coffee for it. And last time, our Spirit of Knowledge wasn't here. And so I will try to do the best recap I can. Our intrepid adventurers, while trying to get information and soothe a poor wild feral halfling, were soon accosted by a group of cultists of the Torn Eye. And several washwomen who are also cultists of this group, and they were led by a Helena Bonham Carter-looking illusionist who would mess with their minds a bit. The cultists would sacrifice parts of their bodies, their eyes, clawing into their faces, and taking hit point damage in order to cast spells. One of these spells put our dear friend Aaron Turnbuckle into a fog where washerwomen pinned him down repeatedly, taking him out of the fight by just clamoring. Styx revealed a secret he didn't even know he had, where he emerged with darkened wings with amethyst tips, and his scales had also changed with amethyst tips, and his draconic breath weapon became force damage, as he was the first to spot the invisible Helena Bonham Carter character with his sea invisibility, and kind of took it upon himself to kind of mostly engage her and defeat her in the end. Not before that she also implanted images of poor Ariana's father, slain father, come back from the dead with disappointment in his fiery eyes. And all of this while a new character runs up, played by the Fed, who cannot be here today, unfortunately. Work schedule shenanigans, but should be here next game. Who is playing Velvet Greycloak, a wizard, a utility wizard. who then made it apparent that, oh no, oh god, I only have utility spells, I'm no good here, as the fight progressed and he got waylaid upon. Let's see, I would say everyone mopped through them pretty easily, but it was more of a disconcerting and mentally strenuous event, yes? After they had defeated these cultists, they eventually followed Fed to what he considered a safe house along his different paths and along the city of crazies, and brought them all there where they could convene in a home that is half dilapidated and caved in, with just a kitchen, half living room, and one bedroom, while everything else is caved in, where they moved some debris, had crawled in, moved it back to kind of hide out, where an alarm spell was placed upon the house to warn them if anything should happen, and kind of aired their dirty laundry in front of the new guy. And that's where we kind of left off, was after them discussing what to do, where to go, who to trust, who they've killed, who are friends they killed. And due to all the stress of the events, due to DM shenanigans, all three of you eventually do fall asleep, and it is the Fed who is left on shift to stay awake during the wee hours in the morning. Can I get a perception check from all three of you?
10.
6.
13.
All right, so Ariana, you wake up to the sound of some shuffling, like planks of wood being shifted around. And when you snap awake and you look around, it is kind of damp and cold, early morning dew, as it were. And you look around, everything still seems in order. Nothing seems to have been moved when you take notice. But you do see that you are missing your newest member, and that there is a stone on top of the one dining table in there with a sheaf of paper underneath it.
So the shifting is still happening or no longer happening at this point?
It was the initial sound that woke you, and once you finally, when you got up and looked around, there's no longer a sound and no longer movement. It was just the initial sound that had woken you. You can also see, turned around, is that Art is snuggled up closely to Styx, or I'm sorry, Aaron to Thalgris, on the one bed that's there, but still in armor. and
I took the couch, I guess. I don't know.
I'm the little spoon.
I get up and move over to the rock and pick it up to see what's the deal.
And there's a note written. Apologies for leaving so suddenly. I was pinged and must take care of an emergency. I have left you this map, and pinpointed are a list of safe houses that I have used. I do not know of their condition now, but may it serve you in the future. I will be here, and I will be marked on the X in a few days' time. If you are there, I would love. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right words. If you wish to continue traveling together, meet me there. Sincerely, Velvet. And it's quite flourishful.
Ariana looks at the note, puts it back down, puts the rock back on top of it. I assume it's not written on the rock.
No. The rock is holding it down just in case there's a breeze or something that came through the dilapidated house.
Yeah, I set it back down, and then look over at the sleeping two. Look back at the note where it says still travel together, and you see this kind of shot of Ariana's face. And it kind of sets into this we'll see. And then just hang around and take that watch, the rest of the watch, until they wake up.
Okay. Eventually, you two do just wake naturally on your own. Could one of you two roll me a random d20? We're gonna test some luck here.
I got a 13.
13. Okay. Everything. When you guys wake up, it is a natural wake up. Nothing stirs. Nothing. There's no sound. Nothing comes to the house that you guys are stationed at to alert you. You guys get to wake up calmly. Nothing happens.
I feel good now. Oh god. And I get up and I go to a window and just peek out. There aren't any more of those old ladies, right?
Make a perception check. Make an investigation check.
Okay. That's a 8.
I also got an 8. You look around and you don't see anyone on the streets. You do see like some rats scurry by. There is a mist from the early morning that's about like knee thigh deep, depending on your height.
Yeah.
That's kind of just wisping all through the town, and it's that kind of eerie early quiet, before the birds have woken up. There's just a stillness, and just like this, just the wavy mist in the town.
Ooh, that's good. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'll walk over to the doggers. We get up. Just start kicking him. Hey, doggers. Wake up. Get up. Doggers. Get up. Doggers. Doggers.
Ariana sees this and does not interrupt him or stop him. Just watches it happen.
Good morning already.
Yeah. And I just need you up just in case. I don't. Just in case we don't want anything.
Wait, where's Ariana? Is she gonna do something to you?
She over there.
I could have killed you both in your sleep, and I didn't. So, I mean, maybe that garners a little bit of trust.
It's all right. I'm just making a joke. I'm not good at this.
Ariana, despite herself, grins and then goes back to looking angry.
I whispered to Grace, does she hate us? I know she was mad, but does she think she still hates us, or what's going on?
Can I hear that?
Yeah, I'm a bad whisperer. I'm just gonna be straight up. You can hear everything I'm saying.
Beautiful.
I don't. You don't have to roll for it. You just hear everything I'm saying. It's just like really. Hey, Grace, can you? You think she hates us? I know she was mad, but stuff happens. I still like her, kind of. She's scary now, kind of, but still. Sorry. I mean, no.
I think we all just need some time to think things over.
Shh. Try to whisper.
Anyways, I need a bit of time on my own. I need to say a prayer, and I'll start taking out my candles and setting up a little ceremony in the morning.
Yeah. So when you start placing your candles, and probably at the table.
Just on the ground.
Oh, just on the ground. Okay.
Yep.
And you place your candles, and you make a few small marks, and you hold your holy device and say a prayer to yourself. And if you know what you want to say, go ahead and say it, but go ahead and roll me a religion check.
I mean, this is D&D Beyond, and the picture of the dice was literally two numbers at the same time, and it looked like a 2 and a 20, except it was a 2.
A 2.
So, it's a 3.
Okay. A 3. Okay. You set up your candles, and
Part of the things that I would say is just thank you. Thank you for granting me that. Though we still need to talk.
your candles, you take them out, and and you light them, and you say, you mentally convene this with your goddess, and you get silence, just the whispers of the wind. Nothing happens. But then when you go to retrieve your candles, one just falls apart. Probably like hit it too many times, like when you're fighting, and got jumbled around a little too much, and it was just a little too crumbly. And like now that you light it, and you're trying to like put it together and mish it together, and it's just becoming a mess. And like, yeah, you lose a candle. Whatever. It's a little embarrassing because you kind of fumble the ending of your ceremony.
I guess that's how she took it.
Well, that was kind of fumbly, but
So
not
what
quite
now?
fumbly. What was it you were saying? I'm sorry.
And how are you, Ariana?
I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know anything. I'm still good.
Velvet left a note.
You can read?
What?
You can read?
I
know
can
you
read?
Uh,
Yeah, I can read, Aaron. Thanks. Yeah, Velvet left a note. He went on ahead. Gave us a place to meet up.
how far is it? Which way are we going?
Looking at the map, the marker that he placed puts you further into the actual city proper, where there is the lower district, the merchant district, the middle district, and the upper district. Which the different districts are pretty much the different wealth levels, and so the different also like the different architecture is going to change from area to area.
So I would have some slight familiarity with this area slightly.
Yeah, I mean, you mostly knew like the straight thoroughfare road. There's a one main road that normally, back when you were there, that would lead straight from the front gates of the castle that went all the way, or front gates of the wall all the way to the castle through all the districts.
Okay.
But then that was before this ramshackle city was built in front of it, and it's all been convoluted and a mishmash of just built up crap homes.
Okay.
Should we head out?
Do you want me to come with you?
Of course. I wouldn't leave you behind.
I walk over and I grab her hand. Still my travel, Mama.
Ariana, like, looks down at the hand grab, looks back up, looks over at the Algris. I lost my whole family. All of them. I couldn't protect them. I promised myself. I would never let anything hurt the people I cared about again. I devoted my life to warning people about the dangers of this world. And then we left. And then we came back. And the world fell apart. And I know we all blame ourselves for that. But what I did to Turquoise
Was the right thing to do.
I squeeze Aaron's hand.
I just stay quiet and just look down. Like,
That's the moral you take away from this story, kids. Murder! It's the right thing to do.
In some instances. Ariana looks at Thalgris and smiles. Like, this is like something like what you just said was what she needed to hear. And then she looks at Aaron, knowing that he doesn't agree, and says, whatever agenda Turquoise had, whatever that was, I don't think it helped this. We put our trust in someone who didn't deserve it. And they took it. And they ran with it. And we helped them. And if we had let him live, who knows what else we would be complicit in. If what he did affected this world this way, if it had any effect in making it worse, he could indirectly be responsible for the whatever your mother's missing. I almost said death, but I stopped short. Like your mother missing. Your family. I didn't do it for the world. I killed Turquoise for you both.
I put the hood over my head and just stay quiet and just hold her hand the whole time.
Ariana, like, see him put the hood up or whatever, like, reaches over, grabs him by the chin and turns his head to look at her and says, I'm sorry we don't agree.
Just
And
didn't
that's
grow
okay.
Just didn't grow up this way.
Oh.
Just not used to this. I don't kill anyone. I like fighting, but I don't kill anyone. It's not. Maybe this is probably why Daddy stopped. It's hard. Okay. I trust you. Just. Can we talk about it, please, before we kill someone?
That, I think, is a good idea.
True.
Okay.
Ariana gives him like a reassuring, like, motherly pat on the hand and squeezes it again.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go out there or not?
Yeah, I'd say let's meet up with Velvet.
Lead the way.
So the map, it doesn't have any. There's an official map. It looks like it was an official map of the city at one point. And then the section that has the kind of ramshackle city that you're in has all been hand drawn in. And so the particulars may not be exact. But they're along the path going towards the gates, get into the city proper. You do see that there's kind of a hopscotch of different locations circled that you've been told now that should be safe enough. And right now it's probably you guys rested the whole night there. We're just gonna do it. It's early morning. We're gonna do like a 5 a.m. And right now, you have an optimal time because as you already did a little scouting looking outside, you have seen that the coast is clear around your area. And none of you raised your voices during this conversation, so I didn't have to make extra rolls. So yes, are you all going to leave your domicile and try to continue further into the city?
Which way, travel sister?
I'm gonna look at the map and try to determine how far can we get. Do we need to head to the next safe house area, or should we head to the safe house area after that? Like, how quickly can we move, and head in a direction that'll lead me along that path toward that X.
Give me a survival roll.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm not bad at that.
Oh, cool. Can I help?
Oh yes, you can. Do you have survival as a trained skill?
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, you can totally help. You can be like, oh yeah, no, I recognize this spot, and like, oh, I remember this over here too. And so you can roll with advantage there, Ariana.
Okay.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Doesn't matter, I rolled the same thing twice. 14?
14? It looks like that there are 2 safe houses before you get to the main gates proper. Looking at, and this is the hand-drawn map section, it's going to take you a possible couple hours to get to one, or to get to the first one. Because yeah, you guys are still in the middle of the ramshackle city, and it's a very expansive 15-year growth, like a tumor. I'm 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 a tumor. So yes, as you and so it'll be like 2 hours to get to the first one, or roughly 3 to 4 hours to get to the second one. If you wanted to get to the first one of that's beyond the gate, you could probably, if you go full bore, let's see, probably another 6 to 7 hours total.
So if I head to that first one and I determine I can keep going, we could go to the second one.
Yes, and this is your estimate on just kind of what you've seen before, just with how meandering the city is, how you can't really know what to expect. There could be a section on fire, there could be a bunch of bags of refuse piled up in a turned over cart over here or there. So it's how the city kind of keeps its kind of chaos pattern, is that you don't know what streets are going to be blocked. Thalgris would have, of course, had the easiest time. He'd be able to fly over all of this, and it would take him probably no time flat to get from point A to B. But he wouldn't be able to help you guys. He could probably carry one of you, but probably not both of you. I mean, what's your strength?
18.
Oh yeah, I would let him attempt to pick up both of you with athletic checks. But if he wants to carry one person, I would let him do that for free.
What if Aaron rode on his back?
It's more of the extra weight and how much his wings can handle.
What if I try to do a Jackie Chan and run on the rooftops?
That is a strong possibility and would definitely cut down on your time if you can pull it off.
Oh, it would be funny as hell if I do.
Yes, I will let you think of. You can have any multiple ways of trying to cut your time down. It just depends. Are you going to try to get there sneakily? That's going to add time. Are you going to try to just power run through it and just try to bypass anything that comes in your way? That might shorten your time.
I think at the start I could try and take both, and if it fails, come up with another plan.
All right. Down.
Okay, so you guys are going to both. Oh no! So you get
I
outside.
rolled a 6, so it's 10.
So you're like, okay, I've got this. You get outside. It's clear. Look around. No one's out. You kind of put both your hand. You stow your weapon. You got all your gear situated, and you extend both your arms out to kind of hold both of them. And no, just instant. You know that you're gonna probably pull something if you try to carry both in that fashion.
What did you eat yesterday?
Nothing.
Onions and potatoes.
Taters, just a bunch of taters.
Oh, yeah, maybe that. Yeah. I didn't eat anything. I didn't. That's why I'm feeling not so strong today.
All right. So, you wish to continue your way, or are you going to try to take a break and try to fly again?
What do you reckon? Should I try again?
Like at this point, Aaron's already trying to climb up on top of the building. I got it.
Okay.
I feel like this is gonna. She like leans over to Thalgris. Why do I feel like this is gonna end badly?
Hey, Harvey, do you want to remember? I still have the hood on,
Yes.
so that's disadvantages on any
Perception
checks.
checks.
Perception checks to find me. Yeah. Just letting you know.
Oh yeah.
just in
Oh
case
no.
that's what that
No.
was.
Please do. I would rather be overly informed than not informed enough. All right. Give me a quick athletics check there, Turnbuckle.
22.
Oh yeah. You just just scamper right up like it was nothing. So he's there.
I got this guy.
While you're up there, you do notice that, yes, a lot of these buildings are kind of interconnected in ramshackle ways with planks and boards and trestles and ladders that are also plastered over each other like on the roofs. So there is kind of a walkway system on the rooftops, some of them.
Are there any cables or anything connecting them in some sort of way?
No, it's are you familiar with Dark Souls?
Yeah.
You know Blighttown?
Okay.
Okay.
It's just a lot of rafters and a lot of they're not quite bridges, but they're kind of that rickety feel of just these are just thrown together for instant transport.
Okay.
And your frame rate sucks.
So I'm just gonna sit there and just wait until we start moving, so I can start moving. So I don't want to go ahead. So I don't want to find any washwomen anywhere. So I'm just gonna.
All right. So Thalgris, are you taking Ariana?
I'll reach out my hand.
Reach out and touch faith. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Ariana takes his hand. So is it gonna be hanging or should? Thinking realistically, that's hard to do.
I mean, I can carry you, but however you want.
I think Ariana's gonna step up and put her arms around his neck, and give it a little more holding. I don't want it to seem awkward though. Is that awkward? I don't know.
You're just kind of like panda bear, or not panda bear, but koala bear hugging his backpack and shoulders.
There you go.
So it's you're clenched against the backpack, holding on, squeezing like you're on a horse, while your arms are around the head to stay upright.
Her head's just up next to his
All right. So, Thalgris, go ahead and give me a stealth roll. you
For me, this is good. It's an 11 for a 10.
Oh, I was gonna say you don't have disadvantage or anything because of not many people look up. Art
And the boots as well.
Oh, and the boots. That was with the boots. Yes. Oh, so you had advantage.
No, that I have heavy armor, so I have disadvantage, but the boots made it normal.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah. Cancel stuff out.
And Turnbuckle, can you give me an athletics or acrobatics, depending on how you're traversing the terrain here?
That's a 11.
Okay. You don't fall off or anything. You don't drop her or anything. But as you're traveling, and your guys are just kind of heading north, and you're heading towards like the next safe point, possibly trying to go past it, depending on how much time you make. And as you're running along, a familiar voice, like just from the City of Crazy, just and like you see this like creepy older like woman in rags, like in a 2-story building, pointing out and shouting as the form of Styx is flying by, and then also you got like a little Ninja Gaiden running along. And you're making noise. Clam, 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 clam. The boards are rickety. It's causing the whole thing to shift. It's hitting like metal roof panels that are like making noise. Your is like a sound that draws attention because people might think an actual dragon attack. And you start to notice that like more windows and shutters begin to like creep open in the darkness, and you're seeing like pale figures start to like loom out, and as you pass by, they also start making their own cacophony, like to here, to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. Just the City of Crazies is now has its own alarm system blaring, and it's the villagers themselves. There's more toughs that come out of some of the surrounding buildings. No one's attacking you. No one is throwing things at you, but all these people start coming out of these buildings. And I would say there's like maybe a crowd of like a dozen people that start filling out, like 12 people or more, that are now like kind of running alongside the building below all of you, trying to keep up and trying to like, and they can't. They drag behind, but they're trying to keep up with Turnbuckle, and every time, and they're like right underneath you, Thalgris and Marlowe, like underneath your feet. And yeah, it's just kind of a throng of people like, with their sickles and hand scythes, and their makeshift farmer's tools that have been repurposed into murderous intent weapons. And they're all dressed in like just rags and old tunics that have been soiled. You can smell the waft of these people as you guys are making your way. But you guys eventually, at your pace, do outmaneuver them over the 2-hour pace. Give me a survival check for Thalgris and Aaron. Ariana, you're a passenger. You don't have to worry about this.
17.
17 and what?
16.
Perfect. You guys are able to, yes, eventually outrun, and around the 2-hour mark of this, like, you guys kind of had like, there's like some slowing down, catching breathers, looking back, getting back up in the air, or getting back on your feet and continue running. And you can hear the throng behind you, but you cannot see them. And you've finally broken eye contact, and you have a moment to reevaluate what you're doing. You are not far from the first safe house now, but there is the danger of there is a mob in the area.
I don't know, keep going or go past it, or
I'll just say quietly to Ariana, Should I do a flyby?
You gonna crop dust them or what?
Pretty much. Yep.
If you can do that, I can do. I can create earth trimmer, and then make it rough terrain. We could lose them quicker if we had to move over rough terrain, perhaps.
What is the range on that spell?
It's 10 feet. So I'd have to.
No,
be
no. I
on the
mean,
ground.
like on, like, do you have to be touching the ground in order to cast the spell? Not how far it expels, but how far away can you cast it from? Like, is it touch or is it?
One action's instantaneous. I don't see touch.
Okay. Yes, range just 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, you could still do a flyby right above it and cast it, but you would be within range of them reaching at you in their weapons if you wanted to try to cast that low to the ground.
I don't know about that. D&D Beyond hasn't been very nice to me today, so.
Okay, so they just a reminder. They took one of my mushroom bags or a dirt bag.
They took in the first time they showed up, they stole a mushroom bag, and then they stole one of your dust bags in the last session, if I remember correctly.
So that means I'm down to one more bag. Oh shoot.
I know, of all the things they stole from you, though, they stole, like, the weakest items. Like, I rolled really poor. Like, someone made sleight of hand check. They win. Cool. How bad of an item do they steal? Have a bag of sand.
I could also cast Cloud of Daggers. So you'd have to, if they had to move through it, they'd get ouchies.
I'll try this first, and we can always come back to that.
Sure.
So your plan is to, while still holding Ariana, fly by and shriek at them?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, she's on my back, so I'm going to turn around and fly about 15, 20 feet above them. And as I make one pass, I will first do a Dragon Fear, which is I need, theoretically, a Con's Wisdom save from all of them to beat a 7.
To beat a 7. Oh, okay.
A 7, yeah.
2 villagers see you just fly by, and you're kind of just silhouetted real fast, and it's too much for them, and they just drop to all fours and scurry into the nearest ditch and just lay down and play dead.
And on the return flight, I will let out my breath weapon, which is a 15-foot cone. So they're dex saves.
Well, I'm rolling to see now how they reacted to the first pass and if they scatter. So you're able to catch up 5 in one of your blasts. The other ones all like kind of prepped for you and like kind of like danced away and started like hucking like bottles and stones. So yes, 5 dex saves. And what do I need to beat?
14.
14. Okay. Only 2 make it. And basically those 2 grab one of the guys next to them and hold them in front of themselves as you billow up and the purple crackling energy swirls around you, and then just rings of purple sound waves just and yeah, come on down. And what do you want them to like? How much damage does that do? What's the
it's 9 force damage.
Just 9 straight up? Don't need to roll? Or you already rolled?
Yes. Well, the ones that made their save. So yeah.
Okay.
Don't get it if you make your save. Yeah. Oh, half as much, so they can take 4.
Okay. So yeah, you fly over and you got the 2 guys that have been grabbed and put in front, and those 2 and the one of the others, they basically the three of them, they start screaming, and the force just like kind of like a carnival ride where the centrifugal force pushes their face back and it just like tears at the like seams and edges of like their lips and eyes as they are now bloodied, not dead. And you go flying by. They will attempt to attack you with some thrown items, but they're all improvised weapons. So, and what AC do I need to beat?
18.
I couldn't roll above a 10. So yeah, there's just like a whole bunch of random debris that gets thrown at you as you fly back to the rest of your crew.
How far
And
are
I'll
we
just say,
from the...
your turn.
Sorry. So how far are we from the exit of the town, basically?
So there is another roughly 2 hour trek, and this took you. Let's see, you guys just went straight through, went straight forward, about half the time. This only took you guys an hour. You guys like kind of hustled really well to get to this point. So if you guys kept at this pace, it'd be about another hour, up to 2 hours to get to the next safe house, and then not too much farther beyond that is the city gates proper.
Okay. But are we still going to be in the town? In the town to get in this town to get to the
So when
safe house?
The third safe house is going to be the one inside the city limits. Right now, you guys are in the ramshackle city of crazies. The next one you go to is still going to be on the city of crazies, but you're going to be on the nearest edge closest to the castle gates.
Okay.
For our mystery character, you hear a mighty roar in the distance in which you were traveling.
Oh, dear God, guys, get on. We're being attacked by something.
Mystery character.
Wait.
Roll. Oh, all right. Since the reveal has happened, let's see if I can make this work. Let's see. Kaplow. Bam! All right.
Bam.
Wolfskin is in the house. The lieutenant is in the distance.
There is, I guess, what do I see, or what do I just hear something?
You are on your trek through the paths of the dead to and you're almost to the city gates to enter the city of crazies. When you hear that off in the distance to your south, and you also hear the wailing and the screaming of the crazies on high alert. What they have found prey, and they are attempting a hunt.
Okay, so I'm gonna head with my party straight forward toward them, to see, kind of get an eye view of what they're hunting. And
the sound is from ways away. Like they have a possible 2 hour travel to get to near that area. So it's something you've heard off in the distance, and that is not a normal sound. That terrifying roar. And then as you finally listen, and fine tune your listening, you can then actually hear but it's all in the distance, but you recognize it as a draconic shout, being who you are.
Yeah, and that's why I'm headed out, and that's why we're beelining it.
Okay.
So we're just gonna run.
Okay. Back to the main party at hand. Thalgris, you've flown back to the rest of your party. That I'm guessing you left Ariana on the roof with Art, or with Aaron.
No, she was still on my back.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. So I turned around and was just like, "Your turn."
Gotcha.
I want to try something. I was gonna use disguise self and just disguise myself as another addition to his body and extend my arms out and look like I have more arms and an extra head, just look like a Thalgris, but kind of push myself down to try to seem more like just I'm like he's two-headed and more armed, and like come back over top of him and scare him again, like intimidate him.
A Hydra Thalgris. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Hydra.
read the spell real fast.
See if it'll work.
Look different until the spell ends. It just says different.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do it. It looks like it's legit.
So additionally, since I am doing this and putting my arms out, I've only got my legs wrapped around the from behind.
Okay.
So I may fall off.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
Yeah, no,
also
that
an
sounds great.
option in my
Hey,
mind.
what's your spell save DC for your spells?
14.
14. Okay. One peas himself. That's glorious. Okay. Wow, it's roughly the same numbers as before. Basically, you catch the same group of 5. When you come flying back by, like the rest were smart enough to hunker down next to the walls of nearby buildings or underneath trestles to hide out a little bit just so they're not in direct confrontation. But those the 5, the 3 that are bleeding heavily and the 2 that were in that group are now trying to grab a couple of their own people and pull them off to the side, but they're still all gathered up. And you come flying in, Thalgris, looking like a demonic, twin-headed dragon. So could Thalgris, do you have intimidation?
No.
Ariana, do you have intimidation?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You don't want my -3 anyway.
So Ariana, you get to roll it with advantage.
Do it.
23.
That's good.
Okay, and okay. Lastly, I need an athletics check from Ariana.
This may be where we fuck up.
This is it. This is this is what I'm waiting
And
for.
this, unless Thalgris, do you have athletics trained?
No.
Ariana, you do have a disadvantage because you're trying to cast a spell while on the back, and now you're trying to just grip with your thighs a backpack to stay aloft in the air. So, yes, your spell and intimidation goes off without a hitch. But what's going to happen immediately after is going to depend on your roll.
Okay. I'm not even looking. Let's see who it does. A 12?
A disadvantage. That's not bad. Sorry.
Fate is on your side. So, you come flying in. 4 arms, 2 heads, mimicking your voice. A big, mighty roar. So, the 6 other people that saw through your illusion, it was obviously no creature could be that. It does not matter because of this intimidation check. Everyone except 1 is intimidated. Only 5 of them think you're really a 2-headed creature. The other ones are like, holy shit, look at the amount of magic she's using. And look at that flying creature. And they're teamed up. It's like that is not worth it. Let's see how this plays out. Okay. Wow. They are all frightened of you. They cannot move closer to you, but they all stand their ground. I didn't roll below a 15 for anyone.
Jeez.
They will have disadvantage on all attacks against you because of the intimidation check. The 5 that are convinced that you're real are just they just lay down on the ground and are kind of out of the fight, but they aren't going anywhere. No one is leaving. Everyone's just like, ah! Ah!
Can I try and make one more pass? This time I'm going to use Thaumaturgy, and I'm going to just start yelling, Dalzul, Dalzul.
Roll roll deception or performance.
Can I help?
They're
with
all
this
negative
check?
3s, so
Yes,
Can I
you can help with it.
Okay.
You try to harmonize. Da!
Yeah.
No. Up here. Ah!
And Aaron's just hiding behind the chimney, like, hey, y'all good?
Oh, I'm coming back to you.
So the first roll was a 5, and the second roll was a 7.
So you start go down soul, and they're all too freaked out to even have a response. Aaron, I need you to make an investigation check.
Okay. Got a -2 on that. 14.
You distinctly hear that it's Thalgris going, Dalsul! And you're like, oh shit, he's trying to fuck with them. Wolfskin, Lieutenant, off in the distance, you start hearing the chant of Dalsul, which is a name you recognize as the advisor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm gonna yell to my 2 guys, all right, we're going in, and whatever that was is not friendly. We're going in with blades open.
And you guys start marching in double time. Give me a survival roll there, Lieutenant.
$17.
As you start doing a heavy fast march down the winding roads, even like smashing through alleys and tearing apart like any like debris that's in your path just to find the quickest course towards the sound. You find that the peering eyes from behind the houses of debris, they see you, and as you come marching by, and they see that you have not only the red and black colors, but there's also the torn eye sigil that's been forced upon all your troops to wear as a means of protection. And they all like, and they look out, and then they just curl back in and leave you alone. Aaron Turnbuckle. So yeah, you heard the shouting of Thalgris, and you know that like, okay, he's obviously messing with them. Give me a perception check.
11.
11. Okay. Yeah. The you start like looking around because you've been left alone by yourself while your friends are fighting a group, because you use very different tactics when you're fighting an individual compared to half a dozen people. Princess Bride. And while looking around, you spot this curious raven just like on one of the many walkways that you had traversed, and it looks at you and then flies away.
I look at it as like, they had the same one from.
Back down. Back with you guys. You had a third run you wanted to fly by there, right, Thalgris?
That was with the thaumaturgy.
Oh, okay, that was the thaumaturgy. Okay. So yes, right now everyone's just kind of like hunkered down and cowering. Some completely prostrate. Others like with their weapons up and like cowering next to walls and underneath buildings. There's only one that's like kind of like staring defiantly. It's the one that had grabbed one of his other buddies and held it in front of that middle group, while everyone else had fallen prostrate. And he's like wearing one of those like fur hats with like ear flaps and very matted with old dried blood. Has a kind of a long patched beard that looks like maybe it's been caught on fire a few times, with just a crazed look with too much white under the eyes. And he just has like a broken bottle. But you're just flying above the air.
I was thinking I want to lift a little bit higher. 30, 40 feet up.
Taking Ariana higher. So yeah, he starts going up. And Turnbuckle, you can see them now from the vantage point that you're at. As they start getting higher and higher, you're actually able to spot them now.
Like, hey guys, I saw the bird again.
Lieutenant, you can do a perception check.
A 5.
It's about what you hear in the distance. So you hear there's just shouting. There's some generic shouting in the distance.
I'm going to tell Fel to go up on the roof, and does it sound like we're kind of getting closer-ish?
Closer-ish.
Okay. I'm going to tell him I'm going to break out into a run. Me and Nardo are going to break out into a run, and I'll just say Fel, and I'll point up, and have him go around the side like in a flank.
Yes, they do so with ease. All right, back with you guys. You have your scared mob.
I guess I'll just keep following them. Just keep warning on the building. The building's following them behind.
Let's just double time it.
Oh, so you guys have now turned around and are continuing back north, like leaving them behind. Okay. Yeah, you've injured, scattered, and demoralized the crazies. Their forces are much less of a threat. They do not follow you, mostly because they can't, because of the intimidation and fear. So yes, you come flying back, and Aaron, you spot them, and then as they come flying by, you then start running alongside. And what's your flight speed there, Thalgris?
30 feet.
Okay, just straight 30. And so, Aaron, you're at 40, right?
Yeah, 40, yeah.
So yeah, he's just constantly ahead, and you're just kind of like constantly like just right behind him, just flying.
I'm keeping the disguise on.
Oh,
for now.
Yeah, that lasts for like what, an hour?
Yeah.
Did I notice? I noticed them do that, right? So I know that's.
That's actually a good question. They were off in the distance because they. Give me an investigation check, and he has to beat a 14.
1.
Oh my god!
I got a 2 minus 1.
So you see your friends. Or you think you see your friends like flying up behind you, like perfect, and you start turning around and to run to like build up your speed to match his gliding speed, and as you're revving up and you look over to your left, and oh fuck, something has turned Thalgris. He must have killed or consumed Ariana, because she's gone, and the crazies are gone, and there's now a demonic
What the
version.
hell is- I just bolt. I was like, what the?
Um,
Don't eat me! Don't eat me!
roll me a d6.
Five.
So you immediately backpedal and start going southeast to like get away from this thing. So like you guys are going north, and you're like, "What the hell?" Ah! And
if
you
he's
just start.
ahead of me,
Yes,
if he's ahead of me, I'm gonna cut the distance by flying directly at him.
done.
All right, if he's coming
Do
out,
we
if I see him
recognize
coming,
that he's like not realize like he doesn't realize that it's me back there?
can I kick like a loose board at him as he's getting closer?
Just for the sake of ease, all three of you roll me initiative.
Jesus.
This is why I'm so glad I didn't plan too far ahead.
I got a 15.
I get an 18.
11.
Thalgris, your friend is fleeing. They have moved 40 feet away from you, and you've just made up the distance. What do you do?
I'll swoop down and attempt to pick him up.
Roll a grapple check for me. Art, you can roll acrobatics or athletics. Sticks, roll athletics.
Oh, you probably got me. You got an 8.
I got 19.
So this four-armed draconic demon being comes swooping down and picks you up. By the way, Ariana, I'm assuming you've re-grabbed him with your arms, right? So it just looks like he has extra arms holding his chest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to make sure you didn't have to roll anything to fall off.
It's even creepier though.
Right? It's like gargoyles, like where they use their wings to like as a cloak, which was so cool. Disney reboot, please, like live action. All right, you've been grappled by the demonic four-armed, two-headed creature that used to be your friend, and it is your turn.
You joined them again in the last episode where they kill each other.
All right. So does he, where did he grab you by? My arms, legs, waist, cloak.
Let's put it up to a roll.
Oh.
I'm gonna grab whatever I can grab.
You want me to roll this randomness? All right.
Yes, please.
Okay, no. Art, you give me a d20 roll. It's gonna be your bad luck or good luck.
11.
Okay, that's a nice average one. Probably grabs you strongly by the shoulders, so you're like this.
Okay.
As he just comes flying, swooping in, grabs you, and picks you up.
Okay. I guess can't really punch anymore.
Take my strong arm.
Like, I can't. Donate. I just look at him like, donate me. And then I just like headbutt him.
Okay.
And I got it on his chin.
You got a what?
I'm gonna headbutt him in his chin, so basically just hit him.
Roll to attack, and then I need you to roll. Give me a d6 roll on top of it.
All right, so that is a 16 plus. That is an 8. No, 19. 19 a hit.
Okay.
And
the d6?
2.
You headbutt Ariana. Because her head is leaning over the shoulder, so it looks like he has two heads. And you hit her in the lip. Does your disguise drop once you're struck?
Yeah, I think probably at that point.
You take 2 damage though.
Okay. Yeah, she gets hit and realizes like, oh, he like ouch. Like she gets this blinding pain and then she's like, oh, he thinks I'm a second head.
You do get to keep it even if you're hit, it looks like.
Oh, okay. So rather than like trying to like clear my head out of this, rather than let it go, I'll like lean forward and say, Aaron, it's me. We're trying to intimidate these people. I don't know what you think we are.
Wait. Okay, wait. I need to hold there. You said,
Okay.
"Hey, Aaron, it's me." And then what were the next two words? We're trying.
Oh yeah, we're trying to.
Because you only get 6 words per turn.
Okay.
That's how many words you're supposed to be able to get in one action.
Okay. So that's. Hey, Aaron, it's me. We're trying.
You're like, we're trying to, and then the next action's gonna happen. Because I don't know. I think it's a little creepy if like the second head goes, "Hey, Aaron, it's me." Like it's very Evil Dead. Like,
Oh no, I should totally trust that. That's totally legit.
Turnbuckle, can you give me the damage on your headbutt?
Oh, it's 2.
2 points of damage to
Hey,
Ariana.
Which is good.
So Ariana, you said your thing. Is there anything else you want to do during your turn?
I stood. Okay, never mind.
Oh yeah, you get a second attack, right?
I get a second attack. I'll just take that action. Just be freaked out. Like, hey, Aria. And that'll be it. I won't attack.
All right. Hey, Lieutenant, can you give me another perception check? The mist in your area is exceptionally thick, and there's just so much extra now noise pollution from crazy people screaming out the windows that you don't make out any noise. And Nardo is up on the rooftop, and he's keeping alongside. He hasn't spotted anything. Rel is or Fel is just a little bit ahead of you, also unable to spot anything yet. So, Marlo, after you getting a little bop on the face.
Yeah, I think Ariana's gonna like she's definitely trying to diffuse the situation, but she doesn't want to drop the disguise. So we're going to attempt to try to explain it a little more to see how far we can get. We're trying to like then the rest of the words intimidate these crazy people.
Okay.
It's us. I think I've got enough words. Yeah.
I just stare.
But we should conclude this little combat.
Yeah.
I just want to know the order of events. It's like, all right, who do you hit? Are you going to hit the wrong person? Are you going to be able to explain it in time?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you get picked up. Thalgris, can I get an athletics check from you?
$21.
You have no problem carrying everyone right now. You when you scooped him up, you had caught a good air current that's kept you uplifted. Probably from a couple of buildings up nearby that are on fire, kind of built a nice updraft for you. And you are now carrying everyone comfortably. Give me a perception check while you're up there, my friend. And everyone else
15.
Everyone else can give a perception check since you're all up in the air now together. 15? Okay.
I got a 4, so I think I just probably am still very taken about by my like bleeding lip.
I got a nat 1 -1 = 0. I saw nothing. My hood's covering my face. I can't see anything. I'm just ashamed that I didn't put 2 and 2 together. It's like,
Lieutenant, can you give me a stealth roll? You're not trying to be stealthy, but this is just to kind of determine how obscured you are in the city.
Where were you when I needed you? 17.
Okay. When at your vantage point, as you're continuing north, you do see over a small portion of time, like as you're kind of coasting on this nice, updraft and finally coming back down, you spot that there was someone doing what Art was doing, what Aaron Turnbuckle was doing, kind of running along the roof paths. And you can see someone else also, very parallel to them, also coming towards your direction. Another guy just full bore, just running hard. But they are a handful of turns out. I know time's getting all kind of funky wonky because you guys are just doing straight shots and bypassing everything, so this works.
From my look at them, can I determine if they're friend or foe, or if they're crazy?
Give me an investigation check.
That is a 5.
They are blurry forms that are humanoid from this distance.
I'm going to duck down so that I'm in between the buildings, just flying above the ground. In fact, I might even pop down onto the ground.
Okay. Finding a nice spot to keep a building between you and the oncoming forces. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Use it as cover.
Give me a luck roll, since you're the one landing. All right. You come to a landing, and you stop, and you drop Aaron, Ariana. I'm assuming climb off the back, like you guys kind of like give yourself a little bit of breathing time, and I need dexterity saving throws from all 3 of you.
okay, 19.
12.
2.
Okay. Ariana and Thalgris. Basically what happens is you dropped off Aaron, and Aaron you let go. Aaron's like, huh, all right, and he kind of just takes a couple steps back and kind of stretches and looks up in time as the building you guys propped up next to starts to fall over, and the building and it's just like one wall of the building. It wasn't a full building, like it was just like kind of a husk of what's left of a building, and one of the walls from it fall down and hit both of you. For 12 points of damage. And Aaron, you get to see that there are 2 brutish-looking figures with burlap sacks over their faces, with just a charcoal drawing of an eye on the face of it, and with the line through it with the mark of the cult. But they're like ripped, and there's like broken glass coming out of parts of their skin, and like nails that have been put in certain parts. And like a lot of like just cuts and fissures, and their breeches are just rags that are held together by a little thing of rope and no shoes. Very Resident Evil style, like looking like Resident Evil 4, like bagheads. And you can see that they had just got done pushing down this wall, and they come stepping out.
I'm sorry, do we have temporary hit points from last time?
There was temporary hit points from last time, yes.
Okay, so thank goodness.
Was that the aid you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that raises your hit point maximum and gives you extra hit points, and it lasts for 8 hours.
Did we? Yeah, that would have worn off by now. Oh, dude, I need to.
I will be a benevolent GM and let you have those hit points.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, and another little tip. The new rule to kind of soften things on the characters here is everyone starts out with 1 GM inspiration per session at the beginning of the session that they can re-roll any one roll.
Okay.
Just so I'm going to give you that now, so that way if you guys want to try to re-roll your rock wall incident, because it was something I mentioned last time, but I don't know if how well we all remember, because last episode was a little weird.
Do you want to try to re-roll it?
Nope, he's going to take it.
No, I'll take it.
I think I'm going to try to re-roll it.
Let's see how fate bends.
You got this. You got this. I believe.
I'm going to be aggressively average today. 11. So.
Yeah, nope. Still get hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay.
All right. This point, when that's happening, I point like, look out! And make a big cringe face as they get hit. Like, oh. And then I see the guys, like, I look over my hood, like, well, at least it's not the old ladies. And I was like, what will Daddy do? I just take off my shirt and like, all right, put him up then.
Oh, they abide and just get flexed up. Lieutenant, roll me 1d4. This is how many turns it will take you to get to the group. 1 turn. You guys made quick work. Right. All right then. Everyone, go ahead and roll me some initiative.
Do you want me to roll for Nardo and Fell, or are you doing it?
They will act on your turn, and I will maneuver them as I think they would do best. But anytime you give out commands if you use within your 6 words a command to them, I will then have them follow your orders to the best of their ability.
Got it.
Oh, before we go into this, I think upon getting hit for 12 points of damage, Ariana drops the disguise.
Okay.
As a role-playing choice.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so what'd everyone get?
21.
12.
15.
9 when I get there. This dice is going out the window.
All right, and these big boys, they have... Okay.
Don't worry, I can only give myself that because I get advantage on an initiative.
Okay, so Ariana, you get to go first. You have been hit by the building. You are prone, but you are not next to them. So if you wanted to stand up from prone, it will take the half movement thing.
Yeah, I'm going to. Am I covered in rubble or anything like that?
There is some loose rubble all over you and around you.
Getting up covered in this sort of rubble and dust, she puffs about now being totally in a I assume it's kind of like a gray dust.
Mm-hmm.
She's covered in gray dust, and she's like, "This is dust. This does not go with my aesthetic." So you said it's a half an action? Is that what you said?
It's half your movement to stand up, so you only have like 15 feet. These guys are only about 10 feet away from probably like you and Thalgris. Aaron, you're like 20 feet away, just because you were able to get out of the way of the building falling.
I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers between me and them.
Okay.
But I say them. Are we talking about the people who pushed the wall down?
Yes.
Or
there's two big brutes with the burlap sack hats that are masks that are stepping away from the building. And basically imagine like a house that has literally just torn the wall off like you're playing The Sims, and they've kind of stepped out of it. So there's a building that's mostly open. You have the two guys who are standing out front of it on either end, and then just a field of rubble that will make it rough terrain for everyone on the ground. Thalgris.
And then once I do that, I'm also going to cast Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
On Aaron.
Okay.
Even though he hit me in the lip, and I'm still sorry about it.
Sorry, I didn't know it was you.
So as you start belting out a tune with just the harshest of language, just with some razor wit upon it, the blades begin to form in the air, interposed between you and your enemy, and this tune is elating and inspiring towards Aaron, and he can feel the strength of this music, just also within him.
Mm-hmm.
And is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Then next will be Thalgris.
So how many enemies do we have directly in front of us at the moment?
2.
I am going to get up from prone. And how far are they away?
They are 10 feet away. It is rough terrain. So if you're going by land, it will be 20 feet of movement to get to them.
Okay. I will move 15 feet because that's the only movement I have. And then in a space that I can see behind them, it will still get them within range if that's possible. I'm going to upcast Sleep.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Roll that's just roll the hit dice amount, and we'll see if you can knock them out. What level are you casting it at?
This is at level 2, so
Okay.
it'll be 78.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
There's a lot of 7s in that. That's 38.
38 total?
Yep.
All right.
All right. You cast it upon one of them, focusing it all upon him. And he starts to teeter and starts to almost fall back, and then refocuses. And then just like pulls a piece of loose rubble from the wall he's next to and holds it as like a cudgel. They are a bit heftier. Wait, let me double check. What was the number again? Just want to double check.
38.
It feels 2 more. It feels 2 more.
There was a 1 in there. I'll blame that one. Trying to see. I think I'll end my turn there for now.
Okay. So you're about 5 feet away from the guy, and you just like you get up, dust yourself off, charge forward, sleep, and the purple glow from your sigil shines, and yeah, just isn't enough. All right, so after Thalgris, it is Turnbuckle.
All right. So this is okay. So how many guys? There's 2 guys, or
There's
one?
2 guys. The nearest one to you is about 20 feet away, so it would take full 40 movement to get to them because of the rough terrain. But you could actually get straight up in their face and engage one of them right now.
I guess I could use the key point to use Step of the Wind, so she'll get me there and still be able to.
Oh no, like I was saying, your regular movement of 40, and you're only 20 feet away, and it doubles the movement per 5 feet, so it's 40 feet total to get to move through the 20 feet. So you get right there and still have all of your attack actions.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll run up to the guy who's posted up.
Yeah, he's the one with the rock that Thalgris is.
Yeah. Is that the same guy who was like
They both did. They both
did
like
right.
they look very similar to each other. Like
okay.
Yeah, they're both brutish and pre-injured and unsightly with the masks.
Y'all don't forget about Cloud of Daggers being in between us. So don't run through that.
Shoot.
Well, let's. I wish I pulled up a battle map for this. But basically, it's Thalgris and Marlowe, and then you've got the 2 bad guys here, and you were off to the side. She's fighting over here and's got the Cloud of Daggers. You could run in, take out this guy, while Thalgris is also fighting him.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for that guy then. I'm just rushing him, and
rushing him, yeah.
For yeah, you know what? As I'm running over, I'm gonna just grab my bone chucks and just go swat him. Swat him really fast. I missed.
That was your first attack.
That's what I'm gonna use. I'll use a key point and go for the now let's just do the pugilist skill that I got for this. The 1-2-3 punch.
Oh right.
So let's do that one. Hopefully I land this first hit so I can get advantage on the other ones. Come on. Nat 20.
Oh!
All right, so that's on the first hit. I'm just gonna roll the next 2 because this will be both of those at advantage. I missed one, the second one, and 14 plus that's 17 on the third hit. So
your first and third hit.
All right, so that means which one? I'll get 1d4, an additional 1d4 on the damage on the last hit.
Yeah. So you've got your first attack. So you're gonna double your dice on that one for your crit.
Oh my god! It's like double crit. All right. It's that's 8 on the first hit for the crit.
Okay.
And for the last one, that is 6 plus 7. That's 7. That is 7 damage.
15 dams.
15 dams.
All right. So yeah, you come just hopping on through, like stepping through all the rocks, pop, 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 and then wham! Just underneath the jaw, he raised up his rock, and you just like ducked under his arm and just do that quick uppercut right into the jaw, and it pops his head straight up, and his mask pops off his head, and you go to swing in with your second one at his face, and you are repulsed as you pull back as you see the thing, and And there is no face. It is there's no eyes, the nose has been cut off, the lips have been torn off. There's only a handful of teeth showing. And it's just like and strips of skin have been torn in vertical lines up and down his face to give him like kind of a weird striated pattern, like a Dormammu look, but in blood. And just muscle tissue seen underneath. Very Two-Face looking, you know, but with less.
Oh my god. And
that makes you, so you're just like, oh, and just pop him with that last one, and one of the teeth go flying back into his throat. Good show.
And that's my turn.
All right. After that, it is the baddie's turn. And yeah, the one that you popped just goes in and tries to like get you by the shoulders and just face butt you.
Oh.
Does a 15 hit?
Pretty hard.
Oof. I maxed my damn. Take 9.
Cool. Ouch.
I'm
alive.
But yeah, it just slams you once, and you just kind of like stagger back, and you can feel the moistness of that, like whatever is seeping off of his visage. And then he moves forward to position himself to be within physical range of both Thalgris and you, Aaron.
Okay.
And then let's check the oh, nope, they are not smart. And how much damage do I take for those flying daggers?
Let me see. So 44 slashing damage. You cast a spell. You use a second level. Okay.
Because I think I just take the damage if I go through, if I
44?
move into it or start my turn there.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. So it comes barreling through, running right at you, and it just swings a giant punch, and as the arm comes through the blades that are made of the sound notes, they just start slashing and cutting up his arm, and you're seeing chunks pop up, and you're starting to see them get cut down to the bone, and so this ragged, almost putrid-looking now arm busts through the rest of the blades as the rest of his body starts entering it, and punches you with its desiccated fist. Or at least attempts to. Fails. Rolled a 2. I don't care how much I add to it. And yeah, it's just punching through the blades. Shing, 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 shing. It just, it throws him off so much that he just moves up into your spot. But he is literally like in the blades, and he's getting rocked and knocked around, and can't gain purchase or movement. Lucky. Okay, and it is your turn, Lieutenant. You can do a prep, in the next round you will be in the thick of the fight.
All right. What do I see?
So as you and your crew are running up, you guys you hear a tremendous tumble and crash, which is not unheard of. There's plenty of buildings falling left and right, but when you hear this, when you hear definitely the exasperations of a couple people who were victim to it, just the screams of getting crushed by a rock, and you start to hear like the different dialogue that they had said, but it's all mumbled, but you do hear that there is contact 12 o'clock, unknown amount. You can see the building and there's like, there's a couple of window holes, no longer any shutters or really a window, and a half dilapidated door on one hinge that's kind of hanging askew. And looking through that, you can see that there's definitely movement and combat on the other side.
Okay. So I'm going to yell to Nardo and Fel, survivors, surround and destroy. And that's the orders I'll give.
Okay. They split off from your position heading straight, and they start to veer around to flank on either side. One
Good.
from below and one from above. Let me... Nardo's doing really good traversing the walkways. All right, back to the top. We've got Ariana. So you have a human pincushion right now in front of you.
I'm looking unamused. Ariana sets her sights on this pincushion in front of her and starts whispering. And it starts coming from all these different places all around, as it's sort of like these sort of like sound waves start berating him. She's casting Dissonant Whispers at second level. So a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. I rolled a 2.
Okay. What is that?
It's the murmurings of Sauron.
No, I was just it was totaled, but the way D&D Beyond is set up, like your scroll bar that tells you your rolls pops up in front of your spell.
Yeah.
And so you have to like put the crap anyway. That's in rant. So I did 17 damage.
Ooh.
And it must move as far away as possible if it's still alive.
It is. Well, this is the same thing where it can't move closer, or it has to use its turn to flee.
It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as its speed allows.
It's a reaction. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so yes, he immediately backpedals. And unfortunately, it means he doesn't take the extra damage from the from your blades, because it's when you start your next turn in there.
Right.
So his reaction, so he punches in, shing, 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 and he just backpedals out and running backwards through some rough terrain. Lieutenant, you see the door bust off its one hinge that is left as the back of a large hulking form, bleeding profusely from all over, comes staggering, falling backwards, but staying upright, but his back is turned to you.
I've seen these things before, right? I know what these things are.
Oh yes, these are the what is it? The divine protection.
Got it. Extra sweet.
Okay, so that was great. After Ariana, any movement for you, Ariana, or anything bonus actiony or whatever? I can't hear you.
I muted myself, thinking of you. No, I think that's it.
Okay, Thalgris.
And the one that's running away, he's just how far from me now, roughly?
Excuse me. Let's see. From his position, and he ran away in there, he's roughly probably about 35 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to look up to the sky and say a prayer to Shah, just calling down her light of guidance and for a 5-foot radius around this creature, and 40-foot high. A light of moonbeam will come down on him.
Oh, right. What do I have to roll? Dex save? Or charisma save? There's 2 parts.
Constitution save.
Oh, okay, con.
Yep. Actually, it's only when they enter the spell area for the first time, or it starts its turn there. It's engulfed then.
And I believe the ruling is once you cast it upon the creature, it is the first time it's entered the area. So go ahead and I rolled an 8, so I think you win.
And that is 10 points of damage in Radiant, I believe.
In Radiant.
Yes, Radiant.
All right. And is there anything else that I need to roll for?
If it's a shape changer, it has now been revealed.
Okay.
And if it's a shape changer, it would have made that save with disadvantage.
You're going to have to give me a minute.
It's always so exciting when Thalgris pulls some shit, and then Harvey has to be like, hold on, give me a second.
Like, seriously, every game I play that the DM has a hold on, I have to go through some stuff. I'm like, yeah!
It's the best.
Yeah.
This light from the moon on high, even though the sun is still cresting over the hills, the lunar energy still come coursing down with the blessings of Shar's secrets. And this brilliant white, bluish-hued, maybe even with a tint of purple, light cascades through the building in this cone, in this cylinder, and strikes directly below. And you see the skin on this brute slough off until there is a skeletal form underneath that is covered in like barbs and thorns and spikes and like spines and it's just it's got elongated like teeth, and you see it looked like it was a human skeleton that was sloughed, and then the thing left behind started to shift and change and form. Anyone there can roll a religion or an arcana check.
I wouldn't have seen that, right? Or no?
Oh yeah.
Or is
yeah.
Is he through the building?
We saw it?
Yes. Oh yeah. You see this happen because like he cast it on him through the door, like because he could still see him, and so you just see a pillar of light shine on the back of like on this creature, and you're just seeing the back of him as the whole thing gets shucked.
I got a 17.
16.
I got a 15.
24.
You all witness and come to the conclusion, depending on your clerical, how you gain this insight, but basically you see what looks like a completion of ritual magic come to light as these humans who have been slowly but surely tainted and corrupted take on their full, true form. They are still injured, but you see that they have become spined devils.
Wow.
Now, whether you know it's a spined devil or not in character, you know that this thing is definitely a devil, like a demonic underworld creature. And, even Aaron Turnbuckle, you're like, that's a fucking monster. Like, you know it in your bones, you know it in your soul, like that is unnatural in all ways. It also sprouts a very thin, membranous, bony-like wings. And a long, the tailbone has elongated and stretched and become a tail covered in fine barbs. So, was not expecting that. Cool. That was going to be a kind of a reveal later. But this was all kind of random, so I'm loving it. Is there anything else? Do you have a bonus action or a movement you'd like to do, Thalgris, now that you've done this?
The
Any
only
more
bonus
plans to, like,
action.
run?
The only bonus action I would have is another spell, so no, I will stand still and just gape.
After Thalgris, it will be their turn. All right, so, because you cast on his brother, the one that's fighting Turnbuckle, who just got rocked, is going to turn and try to grab a hold of you.
Wait, there's no fog.
Can I get an athletics or acrobatics roll from you, Thalgris, as it tries to grapple you?
Do we get an attack of opportunity if it's trying to leave me?
He is between both of you. You guys are both within
Okay.
reach, but he hasn't left the dangerous area.
Okay.
What'd you get?
Yeah, come grab me. It's fine.
What'd you get? I rolled a 5. I rolled 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2. So
I mean, technically my result is a 5, but it's a nat 1, so...
So yeah, the faceless one just grabs a hold of you, and you try to like push away, but you end up slipping on a rock that's underneath your foot, and just your ankle just bends wrong, and not only are you grappled, but you are now fallen prone because of a fumble, and so now he's on top of you. And you're just seeing this face with like oozing eye holes and like snot that can't be contained, and just pustules. Like it's just the worst thing to be face to face with. And then the spined devil, is also let's see. It will.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Keep on.
It hasn't even noticed you yet. It is its turn as it tries to attack Ariana, and does a 13 hit you?
My AC is 13.
So it just hits you.
Yes.
3.
Not too bad. Not too good.
Hey, are you bloody right now? Are you below half?
No.
Okay.
No, because I had those temp hit points.
Perfect. Because once so the creature, like it tumbled backwards through the doorway, and then the light shined, and it revealed its true form, and it just does a quick spin and launches a barb from its tail, which strikes you, and it just hits into the shoulder, and as you reach up to like instinctively pull it out, it catches on fire, and you take 4 extra points of fire damage.
Ouch.
Ow, Chihuahua. And then it's going to fly.
I didn't get to it yet. Nothing.
You go after. It's still its turn. It just did its attack. It's doing its movement now. But I still need to take some moonbeam damage, don't I?
Yes, I think did I call it out?
Is it the same every turn, or is it new damage every turn?
No, it is probably. Well, that's a good question. It just says it must take. Must make a con save. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one, and that's when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time or it starts its turn there. So
I have to do a
your
con
call.
save again. Okay. I got an 18 this time. So it
That's
does.
pass.
So does it?
It's
It doesn't get
half
hurt?
as much.
Half as much. Okay, cool. Burn me, baby, burn me.
7 total, so 3.
3. Okay.
And that's radiant.
Okay. The creature is bloodied. The moonlight, it starts like to actually burn and fissure away at the true form of the beast. And where there's nothing underneath, like where you'd normally see in like innards or on the skull, you'd see like a skull actually underneath, bone underneath, and maybe blood and gore. Once the outer layer of this demon starts disintegrating away, it's just empty space underneath, like it's just a hollow form of the demon, and that form is now starting to disintegrate and burn away, aka it is bloody. And yes, then it will fly straight up 20 feet. So like, and it goes straight up 20 feet. And how wide's the circle of Moonbeam?
It's 5 foot wide, but 40 foot tall.
Okay, so it goes 20 feet straight up, and then like 5 feet out, further away from you, but closer to the lieutenant. It has 40 flight speed, so I want to make sure, get him out of the light. And now it is Lieutenant's turn.
All right. I see all this going on, and is there a wall adjacent to him?
I mean, there's still the rest of the building. If you climb to the top of what's left of this building, it would only be a 10-foot jump, or a 10-foot jump out, but still a 10-foot jump up.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So bonus action, I'm going to rage, and I'm going to go up the side of the wall and jump at him with both axes.
Okay. Roll. Oh man, what are the jumping rules?
Well, that's because I have athlete.
Oh, that gives him instant climbing speed. So yeah, he just climbs up, no problem.
And I can make a long jump 10 foot without no problem, because usually I would have to back up. Yep. So I could do it off an edge.
That's so cool. So yeah, do your freaking Matthew McConaughey versus a dragon move. Like,
and I just want to let you know they're going to be They're going to be reckless.
Okay. So I get advantage next time.
20
will hit.
10 damage.
Okay.
And then while I'm still up there, I'm going to take my second attack. 18.
That's a hit.
Nice. Another 10.
Yes. Let's see. Everyone else, you witness as the demon spun around, hurled its thorn from its tail, injuring and igniting Ariana. And then as the moon continued to burn at its body, it flies up and out and away, and it unfurls its wings wide and hovers in place. And then you see a form in a black and red and large just scamper up the back. Like, you see movement of scampering, and then you just see leaping into the air is when you get the full sight of two axes just coming down and striking into this thing, tearing it into its chest. Like, one lops off an arm with one hit, and then the other one tears into its chest and pulls down on it before he falls to the ground. the creature is alive. It's still floating there, but the arm immediately starts to just dissipate and turn to nothing, and the big wound gaping open is like there's no blood, but once again you just see like through it, like it doesn't exist on the inside. Like looking inside of the Invisible Man when he's only partially painted. And your other compatriots. All right, Thalgris and Aaron, the one that's between you guys and the one that's got you on the ground, you see as a long metal dart just shooks into like the clavicle area of the brute, and does only 3 damage. And you guys both look to where this like blade, this dart had come from, and you see that there is a troop of the Runic Empire in the red and black, up on top of a building with like a handful of darts, like just like kunai almost, like in his hand, and Ariana, on your side, you see kind of a bigger, burlier guy come stomping around the corner, and he doesn't have his eyes trained on you. He has his eyes trained on the thing floating in the air as he comes running around the corner. Doesn't do anything. Didn't roll well enough to get there. And after that, we're going to go to the top of the round with Ariana.
So Ariana, like, just having, like, you know, like, taken a fire damage after being hit with the spine, like, reaches up to grab it, it lights on fire, and she's burning, and she's like, and trying to, like, take it out, and then she, picks up a piece of her cloak to try to, like, wrap around and pull out. That's what she's gonna try to do. Do I need to roll for that?
No.
Try to see. So she rips it out, and then looks up at this thing like pissed, and then sees this figure just like annihilate it. And she's like, "What the fuck?" And then looks over, sees this bolt hit the other one, sees this other guy come running up. She's like, "Don't tell me we gotta fight them too." Throws the spine around, and then just I don't know what the one that's up in the air is still viable, it's still alive, very hurt. Then the one that's Thalgris has got, and then there's the one in front of Aaron as well.
There's only 2. The one that is the one that has Thalgris on the ground is the one that was engaged with Aaron. Basically it's like they're kitty corner from each other.
Okay.
Like, he's in between both of them. The bad guy's in between both of them.
I think at this point she's trying to gather herself because of after having pulled that spine out, and she's totally taken aback by the others, that she just calls out, "Are you friend or foe?"
And I mean, you still have like an actual action. If you've got any,
I don't know what kind of action, because I feel like she's kind of taken off guard. Let me think about this.
You can also like hold an action, like, hey, if this happens, I cast or do this. Like, you've got options.
Yeah, I guess looking over and seeing the one that's on top of Thalgris, gonna cast Dissonant Whispers again on that one. Just be like, get off my bro. Like, just whisper yell at it.
And that's what was the con save?
Wisdom saving
Wisdom,
throw.
that's right. I got a 17.
Okay, so they pass. So they take half damage, I think.
Okay.
Yes. So I rolled an 11. So 5.
Yep, 5. All right,
Yeah.
and that's the one on the ground.
And it doesn't have to move since it passed.
So you you utter the dissonant whispers, and the madness, the mild madness of your creation that infiltrates the ears of this one causes it to also become bloodied as it starts to then it convulses while on top of Thalgris, and it's oozing now a lot more. I'm sorry, buddy, as it's like full on like Evil Dead style. Like the beast is just pouring out. There's now like floods of like of maggots that are now like pouring out of the eye holes. Just getting worse. It's just getting worse. So yeah, that was good. Any movement or anything?
No, just the yelling. Are you friend or foe at the other people?
Thalgris, you may react.
React or have a turn?
It's your turn. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm going to take my action moving the moonbeam directly on top of myself.
All right. And that's another save for me.
Constitution.
Yeah. And disadvantage because that's yeah.
I rolled a 19 on my save.
Oh, nice. So you're taking the brunt of the damage too. Okay. But you made the save, no problem. I did not.
Yeah. It's 17 damage, so I halve that and take 9. But then I needed another con save.
No, take 8. It's always round down.
Yeah. And then it's a concentration check as well.
Okay. And then let's see here. I took...
Which was a 12.
Oh my god. Okay. The moonbeam comes and just turns, and its guiding light basks over you. And gritting your teeth, it stings, but it does not burn the holy. Unlike this beast, this infernal creature, as once again the skin becomes sloughed away and just shucked down to its bone form, and all of its viscera comes piling down upon you.
I'm used to this.
And the bony structure and the spines and quills and barbs and the tail emerges, and the spined devil comes out of its meaty form. And it's still up, but it's
Meat Cocoon.
It's Meat Cocoon. I used to play bass for Meat Cocoon.
Meat Cocoon.
But you notice that the bony devil form is already, after this moonbeam, has lost so much of its residual image. There's so much of it that has dissipated away, much like his compatriot floating in the air. Already so much damage has been done to its true form now. It lets go. I rolled a 1 for my grapple check, so I'm just... It lets go.
Then I stand up and step out of the moonbeam.
You will incur an attack of opportunity.
Well, I'm standing beside it.
But then you're going to...
stepping
okay.
outside the 5
So you're
feet.
stepping outside of the moonbeam, but staying within range of the creature. Okay, cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Done. Right there with you. Yeah, it's just like...
That's it. I'm not even going to attempt to wipe this stuff off either.
Drip, drip, drip. Turnbuckle.
All right. So I see this guy already. He just got up. He's all messed up. So I was like, I'm just gonna finish him off, and I'll well on him. So what I'm gonna do, because I just reread the skill, I'm gonna do my pugilist skill first, and see how it goes. Because if I land, basically if I land my third hit, I can get an advantage on the next attack, which will be my normal attack. So I'm gonna do. I'll use a.
Now, last turn you did hit with your third attack. Do you have to hit with all 3 for that to work?
Just every time I do it. So it's like one. It's the.
Okay. So gotcha, gotcha. So does that mean you have advantage from last round right now?
No.
Okay.
No. Every time I do it. So.
Gotcha.
It's not. It doesn't stay.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna do the first hit. That's probably gonna miss. That is a 13.
That does hit. The Spine Devil's AC is lower than the big boys.
Nice. All right. That means the second one gets advantage.
Before you roll that one, or keep a hold of it and don't tell me it. Yeah. How much damage do you do for that first hit?
For the first hit. Okay, that one is just a regular D4.
Mm-hmm.
That is 4.
You punch through. And how do you do this?
I guess for this one, I just see him coming, and I just, I guess I just, let's see. I just tackle him, and just like break him in half as he tackled.
You straight up Thanos snap him in the sense that you you spear him and just shatters into nothingness, and the wisps of his devilish form turn to ash and then dissipate into nothing.
Mm.
But you still have those 2 other attacks and plenty of movement to get. Well, I say plenty. You might have to climb up to jump at the creature, but you have. I've got faith in you. You could do it, maybe.
Mm. All right. I have a question. If you would allow it. For this one, would you allow me to throw for this swing throw a rock?
Oh yeah.
At the one
that
has in the air.
Oh yeah. Just
all right.
Punch, duck down, scoop a rock, hurl. Yeah.
And just hurl it. All right. That one was a 12.
12 does not hit.
All right.
Do you wish to hurl a second rock with your third attack?
Bam.
1 whoosh whoosh.
Yeah, I missed, so we're good.
But that first tackle, solid.
All right, but I still have my primary attack. I guess I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run towards it, I guess. At this point. How far is it from where we are right now?
So from where you're at, it's going to take you about 30 feet to get to the doorway. 35 and then it's technically he is 40 feet away and 20 feet up.
20 feet up. All right. I am just going to go right under it.
Okay.
And since I'm going to throw another rock, I might as well use my final.
Use your key point.
I'm just gonna shot put whatever as biggest rock I can find at this thing.
Are you gonna shot put him out of his misery?
Oh.
Nope. Good one though, but nope.
Oh. What'd you get?
That was an 8.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Thunk. But Lieutenant,
Bardic
you
Inspiration too, though, right?
Oh, I do have Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
I do have Bardic Inspiration. Oh, what die is that?
You re-roll a hit die.
No. There's Bardic Inspiration, which is like you get to add like a D4 something to your roll, and then then DM Inspiration is a full reroll.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Let's do the DM roll. Let's do the DM roll.
Oh, all right, spend it.
Okay.
Chick.
That hits. That is a
70.
20.
Oh, 20. Shot put away.
Yep. Toss that. What would you consider that? Since it's like it's a rock.
For throwing things, you can go with strength or dexterity.
Okay. So it's gonna be the same thing either way. So is it just gonna be what?
It'll be 1 damage plus. It's your monk. I mean, it's a monk weapon is still like a bullet, which would like a stone. So I mean that still counts. I mean, I guess that's still a 1d4 plus your
1d4. Sure. Okay, we'll go with that 1d4 then. That's just 5.
All right, and you grab your rock, you run up, and you get right underneath it, and you go to hurl it, and then as you're throwing it, you feel yourself come off balance, and then you scoop it back and huddle it, and then you spin around again on your second rotation. You catch yourself as you re-roll and hurl it thusly. And how do you do this?
Nice.
I just go like, "Hey, you monster thing, catch!" I just throw it and just try to peg him in the nuts, and then watch him explode.
It reaches down with its one arm to try to stop it as it concaves up its arm, and it just dissipates as then it hits its pelvis, and you see it just split in half and wisp away. And then kathunk as you watch your big stone fall to the ground at the feet of a familiar face.
I look at him and I scowl immediately.
What I'm going to do is because I'm in a rage right now, and I'm going to kind of let it dissipate. I'm like, you guys are lucky. And as soon as I see who, I'm going to drop to my knees, and like the 2 axes are going to fall out of my hands. And I'm like, Nardo, I need you really quickly.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just, remember when I asked you, when I told you if I go crazy and I don't know I'm going crazy, to let me know that I've gone crazy?
Yes, sir.
Remember?
Yeah, the panic check?
Yeah, that's it. What do you see in front of us right now? And I want you to be as detailed as possible.
I see a dragonborn covered in sick. I see a bruised elf, and I see a lady. ASMR are kind of rare.
All right, that's what I'm seeing too. Do you see like a chameleon-ish? I don't hear any whining. Do you hear that anywhere around us too?
He looks around and scouts a bit. All clear.
Nardo, this is going to sound really weird, but I want you to ask them their names before I say anything.
Hail! And he kind of jumps off the building. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Ariana lets her cloud of daggers dissipate and walks as it's sort of dissipating. So imagine sort of like mist with like daggers inside of it. So as it's dissipating, she just walks through the mist, and as she comes out the other side and she like puts her hands on her hips and looks. But she doesn't pay any attention to the question, but she's like, Lieutenant?
You just see me cracking my knuckles, like I'm ready to just freaking deck him right now.
I move the moonbeam onto my square so he gets a better look.
Like next to you, just to like get the excess.
No, on top of me, literally as if I'm standing in it.
It burns the refuse off of the body that was once there, and you are now clean, if singed.
How can you guys be?
I just max rolled the damage.
It's me!
But I passed the save.
Okay. It's only half. Only half. It's fine.
And then I'll let it drop.
You've got the meanest moonburn ever. Also, when Aaron Turnbuckle starts cracking his fingers and starts like getting an aggressive tone, fucking Fell on the other side shows up, and he's kind of like, sir, what are we doing?
I'm staring right at Ariana. I'm just like dead eye to her, like eye to eye. And how can it be you?
Well, it's kind of a long story.
It's been 15 years.
For you.
I'm so glad you guys... I don't know what... If you guys are here to kill me as my punishment, then go ahead. I deserve every bit of it. I couldn't stop him. I tried.
And immediately grabs his neck.
Aaron!
And fists just going back.
Aaron! Whoa!
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Good thing I'm good at that. 21.
So, Fell, the big guy, comes running up, and he goes to like tackle you in the side when you've got the lieutenant grabbed, and he goes, What do you eat? Because you're tiny and scrawny, and this is like, kind of a bigger, like, broader dude, and you just stopped him in his tracks.
See, I told you it was hard to pick him up.
Can it, just for flavor, just because I think it'd be kind of cool. Can it be like he was running at me instead of swinging? Just go. No, I don't punch him. I just stop him. Like.
I'm gonna have him just run into your own fist.
Oh yeah.
And he just clotheslines himself and then drops to the ground.
And I just stare at him. I just stare at him. And then I just let him go, walk away.
Let's get to the safe house. And then we can talk.
Huh? What? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Oh, Fell. Holy crap.
Yeah, Fell.
Yeah, you're good. Come on, let's go. And I'm start taking off. I was like, take off the vestments. I start taking them off. Get them off, guys.
But, sir,
get them off.
The crazies.
Get them off now. Get them off now.
All right. And, they take off their tabards. They just untuck it from their belts, and it's just a kind of the poncho style. It's just a fabric with a hole in the top. And they pull it off and fold it up and tuck it into their belts. Sir?
Yeah, we got we gotta be quick. There's the patch. They react to the patch, but you guys obviously are uncomfortable with it. So let's go. We got to go as fast as we can. We can't stop for anything. They're all gonna come out of the woodwork. I'm looking at Nardo. It's like, Nardo, you have to talk from now on because I can't say a word.
Sure. You said a safe house. We have our barracks. I'm sorry, sir. Training house. Further into the city. If you want to come with me, it'll take us some time. Sir, this is going to be very dangerous without the insignia, though.
I'm sorry. It's almost like I gave you an order.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, sorry, sir.
I remember giving you an order, and you're talking back to me in front of people.
I didn't. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Shut up. Yes, sir. I will scout ahead. You mentioned
Now.
yes, you mentioned safe houses. Is there someplace that you'd like to go?
I'll look at them.
We have a contact that gave us some safe houses along the way into a location in which we could meet him. The last one was good, so maybe this one will be good too.
You've got a deal location, something. Do you know where it is?
Yeah. Pull out the piece of paper and walk it over and show it.
Do you know where this place is?
And Nardo looks over. He's like, okay, that looks to be, the D3 sector.
How fast can we get there?
If we hustle, we should be able to make it in under half an hour.
You guys go with that? Do you guys need any heals? You need anything? We don't got anything on us. I don't know why I offered you anything. I'm sorry. But do yeah, let's go. Let's hustle. If you guys Fel, you run point. Nardo, you're in the back. Keep our guests in between us.
All right, cool. I gotta be in front.
Let's go.
I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing, so everybody in the area gets 8 heal points.
Oh, nice.
So as you've all turned and kind of start running in the same direction, Thalgris just closes his eyes, his head bent, and his eyes open up, and then a quick flash of purple light emanates and settles like motes of snow, purple snow, just over the group of you. And you continue running. To get to the last checkpoint, I need just one last luck roll, but who would like to do it?
Not me.
Test your luck.
Ariana.
Let's see here. 15?
15. Not only do you get to your location, you actually make good time. It seems that the ruckus that has been caused and the unmaking of two of the devils has afforded you some respite away from any looky-loos and other crazies. They are intimidated now. And not only that, your size has almost doubled in your party. So no longer are you easy pickings. The safe house that is on the list there is an old blacksmithy. There was a lot of... It looks like this was one of the earliest buildings that were built on the outskirts, on the outside of the great castle walls, of the great kingdom walls, when they were first just doing minor expansion before it turned into like refugees crazy zone. So in this, a lot of the buildings that are built that are this close to the city gates seem to be of better design, better structure. And the building that you find is completely intact. But there's so much wrought iron built into it, like they put iron bars on like their windows, because they were protecting their wares from being stolen back in the day. There's there's an outside forge, but inside there is a home, and there's just a door, and it has a latch, and there's no one inside. There's enough to fit all of you comfortably. I mean, a little cramped, but not enough that you'd feel claustrophobic.
As soon as we get in, Nardo, you get first guard. Fel, you get second. Just want to keep eyes.
Oh, yeah, no problems, sir.
Oh, put the tabard back on when you're outside. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And they do take up positions.
Okay. And I close the door, and I put like what I think is going to be like a chair or bar the door up or something like that.
Yeah, it actually has a bar built in.
Yeah.
It's built
Okay.
into it. It looks like there's symbols that are kind of made in chalk that are hand drawn that are above the doorways and all the windows.
So I look at them.
There's some symbols. You can roll Arcana if you wanted to figure them out.
Oh, yeah, with a 4.
There's markings
Yep.
in chalk.
Would I
Sure.
recognize these?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's give it a shot. Let's give this little dumb boy a shot.
It's always funny when the person who has no clue rolls really well.
I didn't, so we're good. What is the Arcana?
Mhm.
Yeah, I got a 6.
I got a 10.
Thagris?
Yeah. Some magic.
You know, I would
That
look
was
at it
that was a 3 for a 2.
Ariana, with your best guess. The rest of you are just like, huh, that's interesting. It's some weird markings. Ariana, the closest you can figure is like, people would put marks or items of protection above their entryways.
Some kind of protection.
I am going to hand 1 axe to Ariana and 1 axe to Aaron, like this, with the blade facing me. So I hand him the butt like this.
I don't grab it.
I'm
I'm arms crossed, just staring at him,
Okay.
just eyeing him down the whole time.
You want the other one, or you want me just to talk? I just kind of throw it over to the side and sit down on the chair.
I'll take it slowly and just like look and like what is he getting at? Why is he handing me this?
So now here I am defenseless. You have my weapon.
Oh, that's right. It just clicks to Ariana. You were for the fighting force. The one that took this land over, huh?
Let me tell you what. Can I explain my story, or you guys want to do a certain tie me up or make me tell the truth or what have you? I don't have any problem telling you exactly the story that happened.
There are many
Can
things
I-
I want to do to you.
Can I take a minute and ask my goddess?
Roll a religion check.
A 10.
Come on now.
There's mystery's a thing. Everyone has their secrets. Sometimes you've got to earn the answers.
Ariana looks, turns to the other two. I can cast. Well, let me say that. I say that. I may not have a spell slot left. I don't have a spell slot left. So I can't cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah, but I don't know that either.
I cast
yeah,
Zone
that's
of Truth. Did you? No, but he doesn't know that.
I just. What do you want? What do you want to do? He could have done things to my family when we were gone. And if I find out he hurt my mom, I can't stop me.
I like how they're talking it out too.
We said we'd agree before we killed anyone else.
Details. It's all about the details.
Yeah. But if he says anything like that, if he says he hurt anyone in my family,
I'm inclined
What
to
a
trust.
Folborg.
Can I hear them at all? Can I like? Are they like?
I don't think I'm not trying to be quiet. I think I'm
Okay.
just speaking in a normal tone to them, personally.
yeah.
Okay, but I'm just gonna listen. I'm just gonna listen. If you guys find what I did objectionable, by all means, kill me. I told you back there that I deserve to die for me not being able to stop any of this.
Can I make a general insight check to see if he is genuinely doesn't have the constitution he had when we last met him?
Roll it, definitely.
14.
Wolfskin, you're able to describe as much as you want there.
Okay, so yeah, so with that, you're able to tell very quickly that when you met him, like he was hardcore. He was all like, "Ah." Now you actually, if you can even sense in his body language, he's kind of like, he's really kind of stressed. But when he saw you guys, his body posture actually kind of relaxed. So he's very kind of almost, you would describe as, there's no like, there's no, I guess, there's no like attempt to hide anything. He's very relaxed, very kind of like, if anything, he's being very much disarmed by this whole, like you're used to kind of a very stern, last time you saw him, he was very stern. He's very relaxed. He's very kind of like just matter of fact.
I think you should tell us what's happened.
All right. I'll start off from when I left you guys. And now is everyone okay for me telling the story? If you have any questions, please stop. Just raise your hand and I'll answer a question. I just need to get through a lot of detail. There's been 15 years. Is that okay?
I put on my hood, I walk to the corner and just sit down and listen.
Okay.
Go
We
for it.
find that agreeable.
Yeah.
When I left you guys, I was pretty shocked about what I saw in the villages and towns. I had stole a fishing boat to get out to the coast to get the ship that was waiting for me. Something I did notice immediately is that there's no defenses. Usually when a country goes to war with another country, they rouse the citizenry and they're like, yes, we are going to beat those guys. And they change every kind of fish port, iron smith, any blacksmith, they turn them into a war machine. And they make you think that you're doing it on purpose. I saw none of that. None of that at all. I was in a harbor. There was no defenses whatsoever. I even feel bad that I stole the ship. I even, the little dinghy I got to the ship, so I left the guy some money. Anyways, point is, so this bothered me on the way home. What also bothered me on the way home is there was no, on your guys' coast, there was no defenses whatsoever. Nobody was watching. We thought we had to sneak by. There was nobody there. There wasn't anybody there till we got on the other side of the ocean. We actually intercept a fleet that was coming supposedly from your guys' attacking us. Now, I know we were on the same channels. There was nobody there. But all of a sudden, when we get to our coast, there's 3 ships attacking. So I get home, and as soon as I get a possible chance, now again, I don't understand these things. I was just reporting information. It doesn't look like your country was at war with us, or even if they knew they were at war with us, like nobody was doing anything. But still, I saw 3 ships come in. They were destroyed. We found bodies. We found a flag. So I took this information. I went back to the Emperor. I was going to tell him, like, oh my gosh, this is, like we're maybe the wrong ones. There's something else going on. We need to figure it out. By the time I got back and made my report, the report was lost. Another report popped up in its place. The report was that I found that your guys' country was about to attack us with full-blown, like these numbers. And oh, you're the best, the whole world. Oh, I got a promotion from lieutenant to general. And they gave me my own force and said, you're going to go back to the beach and you're going to take over. You're going to make a foothold there. And I'm going to give you this lieutenant and I'm going to give you this captain. And you're going to be great. And it was decorated and there was a celebration and all that kind of crap. Anyways, I felt bad about the whole thing. And I made another report. Again, the other report disappeared and another one got in its place that I was vicious and I was home and I got mad at somebody and I ripped his head off and I ate it. Anyways, point is, it just disturbed me that was me. Anyways, now this whole time I was getting spy reports from someone that was around your guys' area on the coast where I was. I was actually trying to find him. I was getting reports that nothing was going on. We were trying to figure it out, but then one of the messages got again interrupted, and a new report got to the Emperor that they were getting ready to attack with full gusto. So what I did is I took my troops, and again my captain I was assigned, and we headed back over. What I was trying to do was locate the spy that I was talking to, and try to get some more information. Halfway there. I was pretty much stabbed in the back. I mean, literally stabbed in the back. I was brought out as a spy for your guys' country and formally stripped of my rank. And that's when things went really bad. As soon as we landed, the captain was like, oh, we found all these forces and blah, 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 blah. I was in the brig for a while. And while I was imprisoned, that's when the attack happened. When I got out, I was stripped of rank. I'm now pretty much a citizen, warrant officer at best. So what I've been trying to do to make the best of it is train these fellows and find the orphan, the crazies, train them, and save them, and send them back, or send them someplace safe. Make a training mission, and have them go someplace where it's not here. And that's what I've been doing for this time.
I grab a rock and just flick at him. And say, well, sounds like your country sucks.
So,
And that's it.
Can I roll an insight just to see, does it seem like he's being truthful with all of this?
Sure, go ahead and roll.
Can I get in on that?
Indubitably. Aaron, do you want to try to insight?
No.
A 7. So
16.
I'm buying it. Ariana doesn't. She's like, yeah, that sounds awful. Yeah.
With a 16, it's all the truth.
At least he believes it's the truth.
Yeah, I'm not outwardly lying to you. I'm telling you what I believe is the truth.
So do you know what happened to my father, Valborg?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
How about my mom?
Who was your mom?
Oh, Spirit of Knowledge, we need your help. We forgot the mother's name.
How could you forget? It's so easy. I have it on the top of my list of things. Well,
Aren't you happy to be included?
Oh God, why'd you do this to me? Hold on, I'll pull something up. It starts with an A, I think.
Oh,
Well, it's closer than we were.
yeah.
It was Zeray Astora Thackett. So Zeray Astora Thackett.
Last name is actually Thackett. Turnbuckle nickname. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's your mother?
That's my mama.
The last I know, she was kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, she does. But that's not the question I'm asking.
No, I do not know what happened to her. I've been trying to piece together as much information as I possibly can get my hands on. But the cult won't let any information slip past their little fingers. Now I know why.
Still don't trust you.
I mean,
So, go ahead. So, Ariana thinks for a minute. So for us, it's been what, 2 days since how many days? 3 days? 4 days?
Probably
weeks,
about
maybe?
3 days.
When did we see him?
I'm gonna like stand up real quick and go outside. I was like, if you guys see like a little sniveling salamander guy, kill him instantly. And I close the door and and I sit back down. Sorry, if I see him, I don't care if he's still your friend. He's dead.
Oh, yeah.
don't worry. He redeemed himself. He sacrificed himself. We got stuck in this place where they were killing people for food, and he sacrificed himself for us. We managed to get out.
Can I assist with this insight check? Because Ariana has this look on her face like, what in the hell are you talking about?
well, I mean, you know that he's embellishing. Thalgris, roll a deception for me.
I'm saying because I'm like, obviously he's telling something that's not true, and my face is like, what in the fuck?
What?
So I posted in the chat. It's a nat 20 for 17.
No way.
You can still roll. It's a skill check, so nat 20s don't work the same way. So you can still roll higher on your insight check.
I rolled an 18.
I
go like this, like, uh-huh. Yeah, he did.
But it was a good story.
Yeah, now who's lying? Yeah, let's.
So how long has it been since we saw him? Like for us, in the time, like.
It's been a while. Because
A
they had to
couple
go.
weeks or something like that.
Yeah, you guys, because you had to go up the shore. You went to the camp. Then he, and this is Wolfskin as a player talking.
Yeah.
Then he poisoned the whole town again with the things, and you went off and you came back.
Yeah.
And then you found the light thing. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Right. For us in our time, it's been a couple of weeks.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to go look for Aaron's family and make sure they were safe. When we got there, well, I mean, things were bad. Real bad. We found this hole in the ground, and when we went inside, we're like Draugr and whatnot. It was weird, and then it's like everything shifted. And what should have been the way out was no longer the way out. And we found ourselves in a dilapidated home. It wasn't even dilapidated. It was just like strange.
Hold on. Tell me about when you killed him.
Get to the good stuff.
Yeah, well, we have to back to that, but I want to hear that.
Ariana,
You guys did it, right? Or you got killed, or do you guys...
Ariana, who's like telling the story when he stops, and she just smiles for a moment. Oh yeah.
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 Was it good?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Continue. Sorry. Yeah, we'll get to that. Go. Continue.
So she like kind of explains like how they went in the how he locked himself in the room and what spell did I think it was like dissonant whispers or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I used a spell on him.
And he's dead now, right?
Right. So he was almost dead, and then we kind of hung him up because we were gonna talk about it, and then well, they left me alone with him. I pull out the blade. It's like there's no his blood's still not still on it. I'd not be that careless.
Can I touch it?
This, they're having this geek out moment about killing a guy.
I grab another rock and I just flick it at Ariana.
Yeah, I stabbed him.
Can I smell it?
I think you owe me a rock too, because I also technically killed him and then brought him back.
Hold on.
Do you want a cigarette?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Wait, we could have done this all together, and you defended him, right? Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. It's grotesque. But keep that blade from here. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry. I derailed the conversation.
Ariana like looks a little like flustered, but then continues the conversation. So turns out we were in the house of this strange man who was now hold with me here because I wouldn't have believed it had I not seen it myself. It was outside of space and time.
Let's skip that.
Well, we came back, and then
Okay.
it was 15 years later, so we've been gone for a few weeks, and turns out, well, we were gone for maybe a day, not even hours, and we came back, and it is 15 years later. And we came back to this.
Like I said, I'm very sorry. I tried to stop it. I tried my best.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
know
where's-
they would go to these lengths. I'm sorry, Douglas. You were going to say you were trying to.
Well, I was just thinking about it. When I actually put him down and then brought him back up, it was because he was threatening to kill Gregory. What happened to him?
I haven't seen him. I haven't heard any word from him at all. I haven't actually. You guys are the first friendly faces I've seen in. Well, since the last time I saw you. So I sent my men. Those are two of the four of my best men. They have learned a lot, and they're amazing. Listen, you guys have to understand that I serve the Empire, not the Emperor. And what used to be the Empire is a joke. I want my Empire back. This is not how we operate. We should have stopped. We should have sent a peacekeeping and then told them our side of the story. Listen, war is what happened when the stop talking and they send idiots like me in. All this, it could have been stopped by a conversation we're having right now. That could have stopped it. So many lives could have been saved. I'm sorry, I tried. I wake up I make sure like nobody's. I go up to the door and like bang the door. Make sure no one's
Oh
listening.
shit! Oh yeah, no, we're watching, sir. We're watching. Fuck, he always knows.
And sit back down.
The thing is, it only ever takes one person to start a war, but it takes many to end it.
All right, so this is going to sound weird, but you said the space and time thing, so I think I've been having dreams of you guys. Not weird ones, but visions. For 15 years, sorry. For 13 years, I've been having nightmares about this. Then all of a sudden, like a couple days ago, you guys showed up in my dreams. I'm like, why? I haven't thought about you guys in years. I was pretty sure I was going mad, and I was about to slip, and I was about to be one of. Tell me what I can do. Tell me how I can help you guys out. We need to end this, and I know we're not many, but we've got to do something. I can't do this anymore. I'm going literally crazy. I know we only got a handful of people, but I'm trying to save as many people as I possibly can.
Well, here's the thing. People kind of suck. Think about this. I had you by the neck. That guy tried to save your ass. What did I do? This. I'm a 17-year-old half-elf, and he couldn't even take me out. You honestly think they're going to be able to do anything else? I go up to the door, open it, and I walk out.
Oh hey, are we to go?
I look at him. I look at him just a dead eye, like, fuck you, walk away.
What do I do? What'd you say to him?
Close the door.
Oh, sir.
It's been a lot to come back to this. I don't think Aaron's handling it very well.
It's been a lot to live through it.
I'm going to get out. I'm going to get up and follow Aaron.
Oh,
and just excuse myself, just to. I'm not walking away from this conversation. I'm going to chase my friend.
Oh, hey, yeah, did you wanna, your guys, yeah, no, your friend's over. Sorry.
Well, they're taking it better than I thought. How are you doing?
I'm okay. Strangely. Been through a lot before all of it, and it just kind of seems like par for the course.
Do you want me to get you guys like blankets and stuff here? I have to go back to the barracks. I can be out this evening if you guys will let me come back. I can get you supplies, food, water, whatever you need. Or you can actually stay at the barracks. It's going to be more secure than this place. It's up to you. Whatever you guys feel comfortable with.
I think we have to talk about it.
Understood.
And that conversation should probably happen in our next episode. It's 9:30, everyone. So we should probably bring this down towards a close. How's everyone feeling?
Good.
That was
good.
That was stressful.
I
I was pretty sure I was going to take a couple blows.
Yeah.
I actually wasn't expecting Aaron's reaction. You actually threw me for a loop there, buddy. You're
well, it's like this is the guy who said it was originally. I was scared of him first time I met him, right? Because like, oh crap, he wants to kill I'm related to people in this area. I'm gonna hide. And I was like, I'm related to people in this area. I'm gonna kick his ass.
The drive is a lot stronger now.
Yeah.
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 So that's how. It's like this is a moment like, oh, I know I don't like you. You probably did this. You probably messed up my family. I don't know, but I'm a kid still, but I'm just full of. Ugh.
He doesn't like you. I
Yeah.
don't like you either. I'm wanted in 14 sectors.
McClanky.
But it's, I mean, the statement is like, it's been hard to deal with it. Like, yeah, but I lived through this for 15 years too. So it's not a cakewalk for me either. So.
But is everyone still feeling comfortable with the game and how everything's progressing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are almost out of the city of crazies.
Sorry if I got a little tense there.
No, good. No,
Great.
really good. It's good stuff. Yeah, you shouldn't. I don't think you guys should. And Aaron, I don't think you guys should give him the lieutenant a pass at all. You guys are giving him like an easy walk on this one. He expected a lot more. I expected a lot more crap for this, because I'm the face. I'm pretty much for you guys the face of the Empire. And I've been the only one you've been able to talk to. So Anyways, that's my feelings.
Nothing
after
more
the-
than. Oh.
I was gonna say, I think after talking to Thalgrim too, it's kind of like this obviously was anyone who was connected with it that we knew before did not approve of how it went. It wasn't supposed to be that way. Like, I think accepting the fact that things got out of hand in a way that like normal operatives of people of the Empire couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? That wasn't the way it was supposed to be. Something obviously went wrong. And I think that made it a little bit easier to trust, because it was always like, Thalgrim was like, I don't know what the hell happened. And
Yeah.
then they betrayed me, and I don't know, so it was all like a little bit easier after having that conversation, I think. Had we not had that conversation, I think it would have been a whole like different feel.
Right. And also I forgot about that. I completely forgot about it. And I gave you pretty much the same story, that things got way out of hand, and we, like, this is not the Empire. I remember that conversation now. This is not the Empire. So.
It's the Empire you're working for, but not the one you enlisted in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, excellent. I am so thankful that you guys are still enjoying this game so much. And anyone at home, I hope you're having a good time too. Hey, has anyone checked the chat? See what's going on?
I've been talking.
Everything good?
Yeah? No one there?
Yeah,
I didn't think so. All right, and as always, I want to thank all of my dear friends here: Art, Styx, Marlo, Wolfskin, Ashley, Smash. Gotta say, I love this crew. It's been so much fun. I can't wait to get the Fed back. This will be very interesting to see how that all meets up. So yes, in 2 weeks' time, next Saturday or Saturday after next, we will continue on with the Gateway Wars. That's our show. Say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.